Welcome into Sportscape. My name is Derrick, Clyburn, and I'm once again joined by John Felipe. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Doing good. That's great to hear. Great to hear. Man, another week sports content. Um, man, we're coming off a fun weekend from the March Madness. Charlotte Hornets had a couple of games over the weekend. We're getting closer and closer to like the playoffs. We only like I think most teams in the NBA have like probably 6 to 8 games left. So got some things to talk about. We're getting closer, inching closer to the draft. Today's the first day of April, so we're getting real close. That's exciting as well. So we got a lot of different things to talk about.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Around this time, I mean, we're right around the cusp of the draft. We're after March Madness, the NBA like playoff conversations really starting to heat up. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah, a couple of things to talk about.
for sure, for sure. We gotta start off with Charlotte Hornets. Our weekly update. I like to call it.
Yeah,
um,
hey, love
yeah,
it.
but yeah, the Charlotte Hornets, man, they're coming off a win against the Brooklyn Nets. Um, That was our last win. Very convincing win over the Brooklyn Nets. I thought a bounce back win after a couple tough losses over the weekend, but you know,
That the Detroit or not Detroit, the Philadelphia 76ers loss. Oh man, I thought Detroit because the similar color scheme,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
like that loss was like, oh, we were so close because we were winning the whole time. Like
the whole game, man.
that was sad, but it happened, and it would have been a great win if we did win it.
Oh yeah,
And let's move forward and see. Obviously the next game against the Boston Celtics, like, they did very well against us. We were never going to really win that game. The fact that we were even close at the end like speaks about our tenacity, so that was good. And then obviously this past game we won convincingly. So it's like it's not like we forgot,
yeah,
how to play basketball. It was just a difficult kind of stack lineup back to back.
for sure. It was basically like I think it was what like 3 games, like 4 days kind of thing, because
Yep.
they played the Knicks a couple of days before like a Philly game, and they dominated that game. Like the
And
Knicks
the
won.
game that we're going to go is going to be the second of a back to back. The
Yeah.
Pacers on Friday. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
going to play the Phoenix Suns on Thursday.
Thursday. Yep.
Yep.
For sure. But yeah, man, it's very interesting to see the way they play. I thought the first I want to start with the Knicks win because I really like. I thought that was a really good win for them against a really good team that's the third seed in the Eastern Conference right now. I mean, I really thought that they really suffocated like Cat. I mean, basically shut him down because he didn't really
Yeah.
do. I think he only had like 2 points in that game or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Brunson didn't do much in that game, and they basically just overwhelmed them with their offense and activity defensively, and they were able to defeat them that way. And I was like, man, okay, I like what I'm seeing. Continuing to mature as a team and play well against different teams, and in the Philly game they were playing well up until like late in the third and to the fourth quarter. That's when Philly started to make their run,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that and Joel Embiid, he got a lot of calls too. Like,
yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does.
he got crucial calls that were like,
Yeah,
oh, I don't know if I
yeah,
agree with that. Like,
for sure.
because he
He's
was
one of those
moving
players.
so slow and deliberately. Like,
Yeah,
it was like he knew what he was doing. And for us to come out so well, I think that might have been like, not a breaking point, but like it. If we would have won that game, I think we might have been able to win the Celtics game the next
yeah.
time.
The momentum would have carried over to the next
Yeah,
game
yeah,
instead of like they're kind of like,
because that
oh
was a very good team, and the way it was refed, I'm not sure it
yeah.
was the best. You know,
Joel Embiid is a foul grifter. He's a foul merchant. He always has been.
yeah,
I mean, he shoots a lot of free throws, and I mean, especially when he feels like he has an advantage. he's playing against smaller guys. He knows they have to double team. He knows that he has like the physical advantage, so he's doing different things to catch them off balance to draw fouls and different things, even if it's questionable. I never like when players like initiate the contact on a defender. Like let's say if they're guarding them and you like bump into them and then try to shoot it. I'm like that should be called a foul. Like you know what I'm saying? Instead
Yeah.
like I can see if like
It's like
the player come down with a foul.
it's like holding in
Yeah.
the NFL. It's like you
Mhm.
can call it on every play, but you have discretion. Like
Yeah.
if it's something like a give and take, like that's not a penalty. If they got beat and they're like dragging the person down by their shoulder, then obviously it's holding, you know.
Yeah. Definitely wasn't the best, but I thought that these are good things for the Hornets to learn from. Different things like know how they should play certain teams. They not played a team who has like a big that dominant because I don't really think there's any other dominant big like that in the East. To be honest with you, that they'll
Yeah.
play because the rest of the teams don't really have like bigs that are like primary scores. Cat Carney Towns is kind of like that, but he's not an inside guy. He's perimeter oriented.
No, dude, you could tell because he's a little, he doesn't want to be nitty gritty with it. He's a little more, he's got a
Yeah,
little more flair.
he creates his offense from the perimeter. He's more someone that drives off the dribble, someone spot up shooter. He,
Right.
Occasionally he goes and posts up smaller guys occasionally, but that's not like what he stays at. Joel
You know
Embiid,
what
that's
kind
what
of
he
pisses,
does. He bangs in the paint.
you know what kind of pisses me off? That Jalen Duren is doing so well, and I knew that dude was going to be good from the
Oh
beginning.
man, I knew it too.
And we drafted him and traded him after drafting the same position in Mark Williams. Oh, like, dude, like it makes me like feel okay because we got a lot of luck since then. Like we got
Yeah,
Continental, we got Brandon Miller, we got
yeah,
LaMelo Ball, like and stuff.
yeah,
But like, and it's a completely different, better like front office. But
yeah,
like that was just crazy. That was
yeah.
crazy to witness.
I mean, some people would saying, well, Mark Williams, it wasn't that much of a difference between Mark Williams, but I was thinking like, man, I can tell the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Are you joking me? Are you joking me? I didn't even know that much about basketball, and I can see Jalen Duren's frame versus Mark Williams' frame. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just a matter of fact.
exactly. Yeah, but like I said, when they took them, I was like, oh yeah, that's a good pick right there. And then they traded. I was like, oh, what they gonna do with that? They
Dude,
got
I
Mark
wasn't just,
Williams.
dude, like Jenna will tell you, I was crushed. I was like, we got Jalen Duren. Oh, and cool. We got Mark Williams too. That's cool. But we got Jalen Duren. And then we traded Jalen Duren. Like, Mitch Kupchak. I will never forgive you for that. Imagine this team now too, with like if we did have Moose and Jalen
Oh
Duren.
my goodness, that would be
That would be crazy.
tough. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
Definitely be. Even better than they are right now, really, for sure.
Substantially better.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, I definitely yeah, like I said, definitely a learning experience for the Hornets, something that they can learn from and take into as they get ready for the playoffs. I think that they probably need to hone in on their like late game situations, like shot selection, decision making. Um,
Yeah, I think it's difficult because they're trying to like protect guys like Brandon Miller and LaMelo who have had an injury prone history, so they put them
yeah,
on like minute restrictions. You know.
yeah, because it's like a shot here, like a bad pass here is like that kind of hurt them at the end of the game, even though they could have still won. It's just like that's when the youth comes in, the inexperience comes into play with those type of plays at the end of games, and that's something they can learn from. But I definitely like where they are and where they're going. But right now, I think when they dropped to the 10 seed, they're kind of like, they're gonna make the play in, obviously, but like I think they're tied right now for ninth with Miami. Miami has the tiebreaker over them right now.
Yeah, I
Um,
think right now the biggest distinction for the Hornets is if they get like ninth or 10th in the play-in order or seventh or eighth, because seventh or eighth they get 2 games and then ninth or 10th they only get one.
right, exactly. And I saw this one thing, like, so, like I said, Miami has the tiebreaker, but if Orlando, Orlando, Miami, and Charlotte ended up with the same record, the Hornets will have the tiebreak, have the best record between those three, so
Yeah.
they would get the higher seed of the three if they all finish with the same record, Miami, Orlando, and Charlotte. So we'll see what
Yeah,
happens with that.
we've had the tiebreakers for a lot of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that bodes well for them. I would prefer for the Hornets to get the 7 AC out because like I said, you get that extra game if you lose the first game.
Oh, yeah, dude, definitely.
So yeah,
I'm hoping.
hope hoping that they can do that. Play well enough to get that seed. Um, so the Hornets they finished with a 10-5 record in March. I thought they played it pretty well. LaMelo Ball he won Player of the Week during the month. Um, he was averaging what 26, like 5, like I think it was 26, 7 and 7 for that week, and they had like a 3-0 record or something like that.
That was cool.
Um, yeah, so that was dope for him to be able to accomplish that. Colin Knippel continues to play well. Solidify his Rookie of the Year case.
I
He's
think, I mean, he has had a couple of rough games, but the
yeah,
entire Charlotte Hornets team has had a little bit of a rough shooting patch, and it
hmm
shows that the fact that besides obviously the Brooklyn Nets game, like that we're able to still hang into it,
yeah,
even if we aren't shooting the best, you know?
yeah,
So that if that's the case and we're known for our 3-point shooting and our creativity, whatever, like high powered offense, like if we can still keep into games without that like happening, like we're like 10 for 40 or something crazy like that, like
yeah.
dude, the sky is the limit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's funny that you mentioned that. Like in that Philly game, like think about it, like in the third quarter, like they were like scorching hot, and in the fourth quarter they went completely cold. It was like the strangest like turn of events.
Yeah, it's
Like
true.
I was just like, man, they can't hit anything really in the fourth.
Dude,
It
that's
was
why it's so like as I'm watching them, I'm like, go, 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 go. Cause it's just so you don't know what's gonna happen. Like they
yeah,
could be the best team in the NBA or go cold, you know?
yeah, 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 definitely. In March, the Hornets were third in the offensive rating. They were fourth in the net rating, plus 11.8. They had the seventh best record with, as I mentioned earlier, 10-5, and then they're ninth in defensive rating too. So to be, top 10 in both offense and defense in the month of March is very impressive. Continue what they've been doing over the last, couple months or since they started like 4-14. What they've done over the last, half of the season has been great
Yeah,
to see.
honestly, if this team were like the 2026 Hornets, we'd already be in the playoffs. Like it's just because of the injuries and how
Yeah,
the
the
season
start to the
started
season.
off.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely heard. Um, yeah, man, it's definitely good to see the Hornets and where they're going. Right now, like I said, the 10 seed top for 9 with Miami. Like I said, they have 76, so they have 6 more games left. So they have 6 games left on the season to um put themselves in a position where they can move up to a higher seed. Hopefully, that's 7, 8 line, so they won't have to play only get one chance to make the playoffs instead of like
Yeah,
2 chances at the 7, 8
yeah,
seed.
yeah. That would be much preferred.
Yeah. And then next week, I think we're going to talk about like which team would you like to see them play in the playoffs? Like which team would give them like the best, opportunity to pull an
Man,
upset?
I don't even know. I like okay, so I've watched a couple of podcasts, the Locked On Hornets podcast with Walker
Mm,
Mayo and the boys. Like they said that it would be better for us to face the Detroit Pistons than the
Hmm.
Boston Celtics.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, I don't know. Like I really truly don't know. Like I saw us beat the Celtics and then come really close against the Pistons, and then freaking we have to deal with Jalen Duran, and like
Yeah. Yeah.
like and the way the physicality that the Detroit Pistons bring. So I'm like, I truly do not know what would
Yeah.
be better.
Yeah.
Like
It's no easy matchup, I would
no.
say. I think the thing about Detroit is Detroit isn't necessarily a high powered offense. So the Hornets, they have those games where they have, those offensive explosions where they score like 116, 120. Like Detroit isn't like that type of team.
Beat a team by like 30 points, you know.
Yeah. Detroit is like one of those teams like to grind it out. Like their games are like early like 100s, like 105, one. I mean, they like to keep the low scoring games
Yeah.
because they're more of a defensive minded team and they don't have
I
like
like
as many
to,
offensive
but
weapons. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
they
I
won't
mean
know
that's
what hit them.
right. So the clash in styles, I think, is what the difference is, and you really can in that type of series, you can really hone in on Cade because he's like the only player that can really get his own shot, create his own shot, and create for someone else. I mean, they have like co-players playing like better now, but you can if you have a create a game plan to stop those guys, you can pretty much hone in on Cade and make him like get the ball out of his hands, make other people beat you, you know.
Yeah,
Um, as far as the Celtics go, I mean, championship pedigree, championship experience, multiple weapons. I mean, the coaches' experience. I mean, that's just more difficult
Jalen
matchup.
Brown, Jason Tatum, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. They've been there, done that. I mean, so it'll be tougher. But I mean, they can get both of those teams a good series, no matter what, coming at it into it, just because the way they've been playing and the offense. Like I said, the offensive firepower is just the difference, and you can't play that you never know every single night which team you're gonna get. So it should be interesting. It should definitely be interesting. Now if they would I don't think it's gonna happen just because the Knicks ain't been playing that well. I was like, if the Knicks could somehow get to the second seed, that would be another ideal matchup over the Celtics. But I don't think the Knicks are gonna get there just because it looks like they're 3 games back from the Celtics. So that's gonna be tough with like 6 to 7 games left in the season to overcome.
Yeah.
But it's looking good for the Hornets. The Hornets in a good position. Um,
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see what happens for sure. Be monitoring
Yeah, I
too.
think it's likely going to end up being a play-in bid.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. More than likely.
So hopefully we can like do something with it. It would be depressing if we don't.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Exciting. I think the playing starts. I think the start of playing is like April 14th or something like. I think that is what the date said. Yeah, around that time. So that should be a good time. Like here's the Eastern standings. Like, as you can see, the Charlotte Hornets right now tied for 9, but currently 10 seed just because Miami has
I
a
mean, look at it.
tiebreaker.
40, 40, 40, and 41. Like it's
Yeah,
for the taking. And then number 6 is 42.
yeah, literally. And they're only, and like I said, they're only a couple games back from, I mean, 7 really. So if Philly somehow had like a downfall or like a
Yeah.
losing streak, they could possibly get to that 7 seed too. But like I said earlier, if Orlando, Miami, and Charlotte end up with the same record, Charlotte jumps those two because they have
Yeah,
the
with the
better record.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, of those three. Yeah, but yeah, man, definitely interested for sure. See what happens with this. And one stat I wanted to mention, we talked about how well the Hornets have been playing lately. Conker Nipple, we talked about how he's led the league in threes, how often how great the Hornets offense is with the offensive firepower.
Right.
Lamelo's also number 3 in threes in the league. So I mean, this just goes to show how
Crazy.
good.
And Khan is number 1.
Oh yeah,
Like it's insane. If he doesn't get rookie of the year, I don't know what to tell you. Then there was nothing he could have done physically that would have like made the voters not pick Cooper Flag.
yeah, that would be crazy. And also something I saw today, Brandon Miller, he has the most threes among forwards in the NBA too. So I'm like,
Yeah.
think about it. So that's
If he
he
gets a
got
little
three
bit more
elite three
muscle
point shooters.
too on him, man, he actually could be Paul George.
I'm telling you. I mean, he has. I mean, he's only gonna get better at this point. He's only gonna get better.
All
I feel
these guys.
like they, and I feel like he should be more involved, like in the offense late in games too, because I love Lamelo and what he does, and like I know he's like one of
Too
those
many
guys that like
fouls.
take it. Yeah,
Too
like
many
he takes
fouls,
it.
too many errant shots.
Yeah,
Dude, it
passes.
pissed me off. It pissed me off watching that 76ers game. Like the
Yeah,
amount of shots that Lamella just like took two dribbles and then shot it. And I'm like,
yeah.
oh. But I have to say, at the same time, like I'll be pissed at one moment and then he'll do it again and make it and be like,
He can
thank
make them.
you,
He can make those shots. So that's the crazy part. Yeah,
Lamella.
he can make
Exactly.
those shots. So that's the
He'll
growing
make
pains I was
crazy
talking about. Yep,
shots.
yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
So I'm
growing
like,
pains I'm talking about with them being such a young team. I mean, you
yeah,
got to go through those growing pains and help, but
yeah.
they definitely should
That's
feature
why I
Brandon
want to
Miller.
like at least pass it to Khan because he's more like
Yeah,
formed. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's got that like he'll do it 1,000 times like mechanically. Like his three
yeah.
pointer is like the opposite of Lamelo's. Like
It'd be one thing if they were moving the ball. It's just like in the flow of an offense, and he's just like he
no,
dribbles
he
and
just
shoots.
dribbles up and then
Nah,
shoots.
he's just dribbling, like making his move, shoot it. That's how he was shooting those shots down the
And
stretch.
when it works, it's like, oh, that's
Oh, it's great.
incredible. But
It's
like
great when it
when
doesn't.
it's in crunch time, you can't be making those shots, bro. Come on, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
because those aren't high percentage shots. You want high percentage shots at the end of games.
Exactly. You want shots that are more likely to go in. Like if
Exactly.
we're down by like 2 points against the 76ers and you're like taking that and I'm like getting ready to like be excited, but
Yeah.
I'm still pissed at the same time. Jenna will tell you. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
LaMelo, why are you taking these shots? Like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. Yeah.
understand what you're doing.
Because when they run the regular offense and they're moving the ball like they do, I mean, they find great shots when they do that.
And we
They
had
find great.
time. That's the
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
That's why people said like LaMelo doesn't play winning basketball, like
Exactly. Exactly.
he's
He.
a little too loosey goosey with it.
Yeah.
But
He reverts back to
honestly,
those moments sometimes, but
but I'm
he's
glad
definitely grown from that.
but I'm glad he's on our team.
Oh
Like
yeah.
cuz
Oh yeah.
he at the same time makes the most creative passes, like
Hmm.
has incredible touch like at the rim, like when he's making a layup. Like I couldn't even imagine doing some of the things Lamella does. Like I don't think I could physically do it. He's very impressive of an athlete. Like
Oh yeah. Definitely. He's
yeah.
definitely unique in that way, the way he's able to create shots all over the floor, in his creative way. I mean, he has his unique style of play and it works for
Yeah.
him.
And it works. That's the
Yeah.
thing. But then when you see it at the end of games, he just relies on his like unique, how
Yeah.
he's able to play and
Yeah.
thinks he can just pull up, dribble twice, and shoot when
Yeah.
there's 2 minutes left.
Yeah. And
And
it'd be contested. It's not like it's open, it'd be contested too.
like I was like, why don't you like get the ball like get the time down and move the ball around?
Yeah.
Like
That's when they get I mean, that's when their offense is at the best when they move the
it does,
ball around
it
in the
didn't make
open
any sense, but then like he didn't do it and missed, and then he did it again, and I was like, ah.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
made any of those shots, it would have been an incredible highlight reel. I get it. But like also at the same time, like you have to think of what the most likely scenario is for success. You know,
For sure.
it was
For sure.
frustrating to witness.
Definitely something to keep your eye on and watch. And hopefully there's something that the coaching staff is talking to him about, as they get closer to the playoffs because, at that point, the
Yeah,
winner
if we
go
get in the
home. These
play-in,
are
that's not
critical
gonna happen.
moments.
That's not gonna happen. It better
Nah, you
not.
can't have it. You can't happen. It can't happen because it's winner go home at that point.
Exactly. We're not playing street
Definitely.
ball.
Yeah. But he can do it. That's the thing, though. He can do it. He
You
can. He
can't.
can. He can do that. So it's in him, and we've seen him do it this year. So the growth he's made in that area, relying on his teammates more in those type of moments. We've seen it this year, so he can do it, and he's shown he can. So it's about trusting his teammates and trusting his instincts, being able to create offense for himself and others, and believing in the offense and what they can do,
Right.
collectively. That's what's made him so good. Them doing being able to collectively, as a unit, be great offensively. Because they have multiple guys, averaging around 20. It's not like one is averaging like 25 and one's averaging, like
Yeah.
15. Like
They just work
LaMelo,
so well as a group.
yep, they're all, playing so well together. They fit, their skill sets complement each other. So it's definitely
Khan
great to
was the
see.
perfect person. And then other guys like these rookies, Sion James and Ryan
Hmm.
Kalkbrenner,
Yep.
they've come in and just like perfectly installed themselves like as
Hmm.
what we need. Just do what we need you to do, and
The
they
dirty
do it.
work.
Like,
The
yeah,
dirty work. Rebounding, defending, diving
great.
out to loose balls,
Oh yeah,
being in the right
Sion. Honestly,
positions.
I learned more about him. I love that we got him out of
Yeah.
Duke too. Like,
Yeah. I mean, his open shot. I mean, when it swings,
open
often,
threes. That's the
yeah,
thing. He gets such like nitty gritty, like you were saying, like such in the nitty gritty with these defensive plays, and he makes sure he locks down his man. But then he gets these open threes, dog. And then I think he had like two games where he had like a buzzer beater, like at halftime, like
yep,
twice. Did you see
yep,
that?
yeah. I
Sick.
definitely think, yeah, for sure. So yeah, I mean, like definitely the perfect complementary role player that you need on your team. You know, and he's young too, so he's gonna get better as well too. So
Oh
that's a
yeah,
good thing.
yeah. He was the rookie this year. He is.
Yeah, 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 man. Definitely. Definitely, Hornets are definitely going in the right direction, ascending, to where they need to be, and hopefully they can top
Yeah,
off this
dude.
season by
Honestly, if it
having a
wasn't for the
playoff moment.
first like 10 games, 20 games, like where we had injuries and issues and whatnot, if it were not for that, we would definitely already be like secured in the playoffs.
Definitely, but they only can make the best of it what they are where they are now. So we'll
Yeah,
see
already ahead of schedule.
for sure. Definitely, man. As we move along, NFL they had their league meetings this week. A lot of different things being talked about. Some different things, some rule changes, some news. Um, I think I guess the rule change is probably the biggest news that came out of it. Um, I guess they did also say about the NFL players participating in flag football in the Olympics. The players are still interested in playing that, even though they got smacked in the like that
I heard Kyle Shanahan
exhibition game.
talk about that too,
Yeah, yeah,
and Sean
which is
McVay.
which is interesting. Which I mean, we know that if they get more reps, they're gonna be better. But it's
It's gonna
definitely
be
tough.
crazy.
Like,
You pay these guys millions of dollars a year. I don't know. You let them play flag football, you get a little ACL, a little tweak. I don't know if that would be best for your product.
just seeing the way the players for the U.S. team play, like the U.S. flag football team, like
Uh,
them dudes are so fast, so quick, and it's like
Yo,
it's second
you know
nature
what I
to them.
saw too? I saw like Luke Kuechly was trying to like get one of the guys, and there was a video on like X that like was illustrating this is the difference between NFL players and flag football. Cause dude like was able to like undulate and move and swing so that his flags wouldn't be taken. He
Right,
it's like evolution evolved a completely different skill set. You know what I mean?
right, right.
Like, so seeing that happen versus like an NFL player like Luke Kuechly ready to go like,
Yeah,
ready to
yeah,
pop
yeah.
you. Like it's just a different thing.
It's different. It's definitely different because those guys. I mean, those guys practice it every day.
Exactly.
It's like second nature to them, and they already know what they're going to do, and players are just trying to do it on the fly. So I mean, it should be interesting. I don't know what they should do. I mean, put the best players out there. That's what I say. But not the NFL players, but the best flag football players out
Oh,
there.
the best players to win the game.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, they don't have to play. They just want to. I mean, it's cool. It would be cool to see them play, but they don't have to play.
Yeah, Sean McVay. Oh, no, it was actually Kyle Shanahan. Said that some guys just want to get a gold medal because it's like a cool thing
Yeah,
to
it's a
have.
cool thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
he's
mean, but you
like,
have to have.
I don't like that it's about to be like some potential injuries, but you know what? I'm not gonna stop you, is what he said
Yeah,
essentially.
I mean, you got to dedicate that time though to practice and stuff because otherwise you're gonna be
Oh yeah.
looking
If you're
silly out
gonna do
there.
flag, you're gonna have to learn a completely different game.
Exactly. But when would they even have time to even do that? Because they have the whole they have to rest and you know
For a month or two in June.
exactly before they get into the off season program. That they have the NFL team. So when would they have time to actually
Yeah,
practice those type of things?
yeah.
That's we'll see about that. But I want to jump into the rule changes. Like I think the things that I saw was the thing about teams
Onside
are
kicks
allowed,
for that one.
yeah, onside kicks at any time during the game.
Yep.
And
But
last
you
year it
still
was
have
like you
to
could only
announce
do
it.
it in the fourth quarter. Yeah, yep,
But you still have to announce it. I don't understand why.
yeah. I don't understand that either. It's weird.
It's getting in the right direction, which is what it was in the first place.
Yeah, definitely interesting. I don't know why. Funny enough, I found this one thing. It was last year they had it where you can only do it like in the fourth quarter. Like you get declared in the fourth quarter.
Right.
It's funny. Like the Panthers, they completed the first successful onside kick of last season when they did it against the Arizona Cardinals in week two.
Yep.
So that's funny to think
What
about.
a game, dude. What a game, too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Another rule that I saw is the league officiating department can correct clear and obvious mistakes made by on-field officials that
Yeah, the New
impact the
York
game.
office. Because
Yeah,
they're anticipating like not having actual refs. They're
yeah.
saying that it might be
Replacement refs
replacement
probably in
refs.
there. Yeah,
Again, it's
which is
like, okay,
ridiculous.
I don't know who to root for. This corporate soulless entity in the NFL that won't like give the referees their workers, I should say, like, adequate wages or whatever, or the referees who mess up so many calls and don't have any repercussions for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
No.
I'm almost happy that it's happening just because they'll be able to be like, okay, maybe we need
Correct
to be
things in
better at
real
our
time. Yeah, yeah. Because so they say that so if someone in the officiating department sees video evidence of one of the following fouls that was not initially called on the field, they can message into them on the on-field officials to mention the foul. So roughing
Okay.
the passer, intentional grounding, an act that would result in disqualification of a player. They can also overturn calls too, like uh, roughing the passer, intentional grounding, horse collar, illegal contact, pass
They
interference.
should keep these rules, dude.
I'm telling you. I mean, because these are critical calls. I
This
mean,
is
we've
a one
seen
year thing. It's only 1 year while they have their replacement refs. I want them to have that like permanently. You know,
permanently. I mean, hopefully not take as long as they do to, find out what they want to change because it
I'd
takes.
rather have that than have the Rams 2018 Rams Saints debacle.
Oh yeah,
In
definitely. Yeah,
the championship game where it's like
yeah,
so clear and obvious, and that like a week later the NFL has to be like, my bad. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah,
Hopefully they have the people like watching it in real time and just able to call in and be like, "Hey, change the call to this because it was definitely pass interference, or that's definitely
right.
a roughing the passer call, or
Yeah,
that pass interference didn't happen, or it wasn't roughing the passer, or it's not
right.
intentional grounding. It should be coming in quick. If they have those, if they're having those officials in New York looking at it as well, it should be quicker than
Exactly.
they
And
usually.
then they'll have like a sober look in the game where they're like
Yeah,
able to look on this exact thing, and it's not like in the heat of the moment, like they're able to just look at it and be like, oh yes, based off of the rule book, this is the outcome.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad they can overturn like some of the face masks and stuff like that too, because that sometimes that it be a little tricky as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, force illegal contact, stuff like that. Pass interference. Pass interference is probably the most blatant one. They call a lot, in critical situations that don't be pass interference. It's
Because
just
it's
fumble.
like at that point, it's like, all right, if you're going to be like tugging back and forth, we have to like lay out what tugging back and forth like entails. Because if the whole game you guys were fighting and then a big play happens and it's like, oh no, because you were tugging, it's like, bro, I was tugging on that 5 yard out earlier too. And
Exactly.
like you have to
I
be
didn't call
consistent.
it.
You have to be
Right.
consistent. You know,
Consistent for sure.
that's the thing that's frustrating.
Yeah. And I was thinking about this. I was like, what other rules would you want to be changed? And I was thinking about, remember during the season how we was talking about the touchdown rule, how like how they're like wishy washy, like how it is, like they have like that thing
Yeah.
where like a dude might catch it and like if he doesn't, complete the like on the ground, like
Which
it
is
pops
like,
out.
what's a catch? What's a catch? I remember we had that
Exactly.
conversation. Like, what is a
Yeah.
catch? Yeah.
Exactly. Like I wish they would change that rule because that rule is ridiculous. Like
They should name it after Des Bryant too.
because they literally say you had to survive the ground, which is it's not even possible. Like of course if you hit the ground, it's gonna ball gonna pop out. Like like
Yeah.
how are you gonna avoid that popping out? But you can literally like put the ball over the pylon and it's a
What
touchdown.
is a catch? Exactly. Yeah. It is. I'm glad that they're kind of like ubiquitous with that rule, where if somebody passes the plyon, like
Yeah,
doesn't matter what happens, you can be juggling it or whatever. Like as long as you had possession as you crossed it, like
yeah.
doesn't matter at all. I kind of like that they have that, but they need to have that for other catches too,
I,
like where it's like possession catch. That's it. Doesn't matter what
that's
happens
it.
afterwards.
Afterwards, don't matter as long as you have 2 feet in and you caught
What,
it. Have
what does
possession.
it mean? Like you have to catch the ball and then make a football move? Like if you have possession, you have the ball.
Exactly,
You don't have
exactly.
to get knocked out and like hold on to it as you're like rolling the ground. You know what I mean? Like,
That's completely ridiculous. How are you supposed to survive the ground if you're getting pushed by somebody at full force? Somebody slam you to the
right.
ground, and you like after the play, like
Yeah, and you have to answer
oh
math problems at the same time. Like,
yeah.
like I mean, come on, what are we doing here?
And the rest like, oh man, he didn't survive the ground. Like what about if I go over there and slam you to the ground and see if you can survive the ground? That happens like
Yeah, with the
that.
ball in your hand while answering the math problems.
Yeah, for
Crazy.
sure.
I mean, dude, like it just needs to be you have possession instantaneously, and then
Yeah,
you have possession. You know,
exactly. Yeah, definitely.
as long as you have it, like we can determine, like, okay, did you have possession? Is it like in your hand? Is it bobbling?
Right.
Like
But if
that's a
you
different story. But if you have it, it doesn't matter what happens the split second afterwards.
right.
Caught it, and then you got popped. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it would be a fumble, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Were there any other rules you think they should change, or you think they got this is a good start and they should just keep it?
Yeah, I guess we should just let it like move the way it is. And I think like, we're doing some kind of new stuff with the kickoffs and stuff, and like let's see if it is for the betterment of the game. I didn't do the studies or
Yeah,
anything, so hopefully it is. But
yeah,
yeah, I just want to see how it goes. I do wish that we wouldn't have to say the onside kick though. Like that's kind
yeah,
of like to explain it is kind of lame, but
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I like that because you like the surprise factor of it. Like the team, like,
I
oh
mean,
man, you got
it was
an onside kick.
iconic with the Colts Saints Super Bowl. Like,
Oh my God, don't remind me about
yeah, right.
that. Oh man. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Definitely interesting to see what they do going forward as far as these rule changes.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can get if they can get a deal with these refs. Probably not this year. Probably going this next year, I guess. But definitely interesting. As we move along, let's talk about some draft prospects as we're getting closer and closer to the NFL draft.
Almost there.
Uh, like I said, was it like birthday was that April 24th, I think it is.
No,
That's
it's my birthday. Let's see if you know it.
a
Nah, it's April 23rd.
23rd. I knew it was one day off. One day
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
I knew it was in that range. I knew it was in
Yeah,
that
it
range.
is. Yeah, literally like right there. It actually, honestly, that was like the coolest thing growing up because I've always been like a draft nerd, and so like it would kind of get close to my birthday, but it hasn't
Hmm.
been actually my birthday since I was like 12.
Oh
So it's,
wow,
yeah,
it should be fun. It should be exciting.
yeah, yeah, and I'm excited. The Panthers have a bunch of options at 19, like to be
Oh
able
yeah.
to be in a position where you took the next step as an organization and you were able to play the Rams, an elite NFL team, like down to the wire. Now we got these defensive pieces, Jalen Phillips, Devin Lloyd. Like we really are playing with house money. Like this is the first time as a Panthers fan that I'm thinking like, okay, this isn't filling a hole that's going to be a need. Like we can literally just do something fun. Like we can get a Kenyon Sadiq, we can get a KC
Hmm.
Concepcion, like
Hmm.
just do something fun that can make our team better. You know,
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think hearing like things like Dave Canales talking about Jonathan Brooks, how he's getting ready, and he should be ready for the off season program. Like that's
right?
exciting to hear. And you know just the how they pretty much knocked the all season out the park pretty much with the moves they made. They pretty much made it where they can just basically take the best player available at 19. So I mean
Exactly.
they're
Dude,
in
we
the
can
best
even take
position.
McCoy from Tennessee, that cornerback. If he falls, just
Hmm.
because now I don't know if you heard, but he finally did some workouts and he ran a 4.38.
Oh
Uh,
wow. Okay.
yeah, and this is somebody that tore his ACL not this year, but the year before, kind of like Jonathan Brooks. Uh,
Hmm.
and and now like he was finally able to do workouts and show that he's still an elite athlete.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, look
definitely.
at this. Yeah.
And this mock right here, Jamal McCoy is actually going 12, which is
Yep,
pretty
that's
cool.
what I was seeing. I was just looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Has there been any new guys that you would like them to take at 19, or it's pretty much the same old, same old? You think?
I mean,
I mean, you
I
mentioned Jemima McCoy, so that's definitely a new one for sure.
yeah, Jermon McCoy. I mean, that was big because he just had his pro day and he
Hmm.
was able to finally run. Like this has been more than a year since he tore his ACL. So people are like, is he going to be good? Like, but also, I don't know the details about his ability to change direction and whatnot. I just
Mm,
saw the 4.38, but the
hmm.
4.38 is very encouraging.
Yeah.
Um, I not necessarily new people because I've kind of been familiar with all the names. I just am forming more firm opinions about them,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know. And so, I mean, I would love to get obviously Dylan Thieneman, but I think if there's any pick that people are saying is going to be like 100% there, it's Dylan Thieneman at the Vikings at 18 if he's still there.
Oh yeah.
like,
I've seen
like
that so many times in the
so
mocks.
many
Yeah.
times because
Yeah.
Harrison Smith was
Harrison Smith. Yeah. He's
yeah,
gone.
and he's literally Harrison Smith, like
Right.
literally. like, so, I mean, for a team that has that, like, but also their GM is like somebody in the interim, right? Like homeboy got fired, and they were saying like they're not going to hire another GM until Kwame or whatever. Homeboy Kwasi.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I did hear about that, but I just wasn't aware that
yeah.
they
They
weren't
haven't
gonna hire
hired.
another one. Yeah, I was about to
That's
say they weren't gonna hire another one.
yeah. And it was like a guy just in the organization is going to make the picks, which is wild. I'd never heard that before. But so that could
Interesting.
be a wild card. But also that could also be why they would specifically be getting Dylan Thieneman. I feel like that would be the type of dude that would be looking at mock drafts online. And it's like,
just seeing what's the most picked
what's
guy like.
exactly? Whoa, I'm not gonna make any like earthquakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and then on this one we have Kenyon Sadiq, uh,
Hmm.
another guy who I feel highly on. I think he's an athletic monster, but
Hmm.
he's a little tight and he's like short and tight and compact, which I don't know works for a tight end. I don't know that it doesn't, but I don't know that
Hmm.
it does. You know, he's just it's difficult to see another tight end that looks like him.
Yeah.
And he had, I believe, 500 yards, which for a first round tight end is on the lower side of production. Um, he was behind, I believe, Ferguson, who went to the Rams um, last year. So
Hmm.
there might be a little bit of a learning curve, but I don't love the profile of Kenyon Sadiq, but I love the athleticism. I don't love the profile overarchingly,
Right.
but like as a tight end and as a blocker, even though he's a willing blocker, he doesn't have the longest arms. He's a little short armed, and he is not the biggest. So like I don't love that profile, but
Hmm.
at the same time, he's an athletic freak. So
Right.
my draft crush that I told you before and that I really want is Casey Concepcion. Like, I think he would do everything that Kenyon Sadiq would do in a better way because Kenyon Sadiq already isn't the best blocker,
Hmm.
but Casey Concepcion is much shiftier, much quicker, has like an ability to run routes like full, like a route tree. We can put him in this slot. He has speed. Like we can give him bubble routes and he can even line up at running back. Like, oh man, if if we can get Casey Concepcion, that would be like my draft gift. Like I think him, Jalen Coker, and T Mac would become automatically one of the best offenses in the NFL. Like I think that would be a fantastic offense to put out. It doesn't even matter who's at tight end right now, and we don't have bad tight ends. Like they're just all right, you know. So it would
Yeah.
be great if we can get KC.
Yeah. I see Casey Concession, this is in this mock right here is going like 12 to the
I
13 to the
hope you're
Rams.
wrong, dude.
Yeah, 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 for sure. I have two questions though for you. So my
Yeah.
first question is when you talking about Keon Sadiq, how much better is he than like the second best tight end in this class, like Eli Stowers? Like I know
Okay.
he also athletic free, but how much better is he than him?
Okay.
You think,
So they're different.
in your opinion?
They're very different. Stowers is like a guy that is more of a slot receiver, like a Jordan Matthews.
Hmm.
Like he's thick ish and can be productive, has great feel for the zone. Like that's the thing. Like he has great feel. He's a good
Hmm.
player. He's a good weapon. But Kenyon Sadiq is an athletic freak. Like no pun intended. But Kenyon Sadiq is somebody that's oinked up, that is going to be able to have that lateral speed, straight moving in a line. Like that's where he shines. Stowers is somebody that is more so better at finding the little crevices and being smooth as a tight end. So like the fact that you have somebody that smooth with that big a body. But I don't know. I would say if Kenyon Sadiq continues to escalate and learn, then I think there's going to be a team that can utilize his skill set. And his ceiling is insane. But Stowers is somebody that's more like your average run of the mill, like tight end two that you put in when you know it's not going to be a run play,
Right.
because he's somebody that isn't the best in blocking. So they're two different prospects, but I think Kenyon Sadiq's skill set is more rare.
Hmm. Yeah, the traits are better, so that's what probably make him stand out better
Yeah.
too. Yeah, more to yeah, that. My next question is, what about Makai Lemon? Would you be interested in the Panthers drafting him, or you think that that's not really a fit for the Panthers?
I would say I don't think it's a good fit for the Panthers right now.
Hmm.
Like Makai Lemon is, he would be a great player to add to any team. And if we pick him, I would actually I would be happy.
Hmm.
But I just anticipate right now, if we're set with the choices between Casey Concepcion and Makai Lemon does a lot of things well that we already do well. Like Jalen Coker and T Mac are so smooth, able to find spaces, able to be natural receivers, but they don't have that like crazy explode off energy. Like
Hmm.
that Casey would fill that void in our offense. So I would think he would be a better fit for us right now. And Malachi Lemon just doesn't have that second gear that would differentiate. So while I don't think he's going to be like a bad pick, I just don't see us picking him because of what we need.
Got you. Got you. And one more thing. So let's say Casey, Jamal McCoy, and Keon Sadiq and Thieneman aren't there. What would be the next pick you think the Panthers would go with?
I thought you were going to say which one I would pick from all of those, which would be a hard question too. Okay. All right. Well, then I have to start thinking offensive lineman. If Fanu out of Utah is there, I would love him.
Hmm. Okay.
And we could even play him at center or tackle. Like we could play him at tackle, and if that doesn't work out, like we could play him at center, and he has elite traits regardless. Like he's
Hmm.
somebody unlike he's a unicorn. Like he's like the goated version of Brady Christensen, our former swing tackle guard center. You know, um, but being able to pick up somebody like that, being able to pick up a left tackle that we could develop, like Monroe Freeling from Georgia, like if he's still on the board. Um, I would even venture to say the guy that I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the top guard in the draft out of Penn State. It's like
Oh, yeah.
oh Io Gava. I'm not even gonna try to say his name. Like,
The guy they have going to the Baltimore Ravens in this month. Yeah.
yep. Yeah, that's the one. Yep, exactly. Like because of his
Penn State. Hmm.
quality as a player, like despite the fact that we have guards, then maybe he could be our center. You know, like so. I feel like the best way to go after if we can't get KC, we can't get Dylan Thieneman, we can't get Kenyon Sadiq. Maybe try to look at the O line.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So we got Casey, Casey, Dylan, Keon,
Oh, Gerard too.
Gerard, Jamai, and then the offensive lineman. That'll probably be your top options for the Panthers at 19 that you would love them to take at that. Yeah.
Yeah, if we have any of those, I'll be happy.
Nice, nice, nice. And I'm looking at this draft because the Colts they need an edge
But
rusher.
my
They
number
need
one is KC.
number one is KC.
I feel
Gotcha.
it in my heart, dude. Like
Oh,
KC.
more than anything. So KC is the number one now. Okay. Nice, nice.
Yeah, I have to say I feel it. Like I feel like he's a Panther, and his stuttering story, like maybe it was so inspirational, and he seems like such a cool, humble dude. And he's exactly what we need. It's like, nah, dog, it's too perfect. And he's from Charlotte, from this area.
Hmm. I didn't. Yeah, that would be. I mean, I really like that pick for the Panthers just because it elevates their offensive ceiling and what they can do offensively. And I mean, having him with T Mac and Jalen Coker, the offense will
Yeah,
be.
two studs.
I mean, you got weapons galore at that point. I mean, Bryce is able to just pick. I mean, pick of the litter. Whoever was. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Yeah.
and then KC can also get like in the back for like a jet sweep, or he can even be in a
Mm,
wildcat formation. Like he can do anything because he's had like ample experience at NC State of lining up behind the line of scrimmage.
hmm And see,
But
that's the
then
good
that would
thing.
also be the end for Xavier Leggett. I'm sorry, rest in peace.
I mean, that's the game, though.
That's the game, dog.
If you don't produce, you just get. I mean, you get overdrafted
Hey, I love
by the
you. I
state.
love your, your horse stories and whatnot, but like, we gotta win these games.
Hey, it's time. It's time.
Hey, he made
Yeah,
generational wealth. He already signed a rookie contract.
for sure. I think one thing I'm thinking about. I mean, that's the thing about. That's why the Panthers like the strategy that they had this offseason of this like addressing the defense and like addressing those needs of defensively. This makes it even better because you're able to pick, a player like that in the draft. If they even
Yeah.
decide to with Keon, I mean not Keon, with KC Concepcion, someone like that, just to add to your offense. I mean, that's just great. I mean,
Not having any restraints, just being able to pick the best player available for real.
absolutely. I
And
mean, you're in a great position for sure.
yeah. And Brent Tillis actually said that. He said, like he said the quiet part out loud. He was like, earlier we had to, you know, kind of work on and focus on filling the gaps in our roster. Now we've put ourselves in a position where we're able to take risks and just pick the best player available. And like it's funny because hearing Dave Canales and Dan Morgan talk about it, they don't give as much, but like Brent
Mm,
Gillis isn't used to talking to the media, maybe, or like it's perfect for people like me that just want all the information. Like, because I'm like,
yeah,
oh wow, you usually don't hear people being that honest. Like,
yeah. I'm I'm also like thinking like they're just like ecstatic about what their offseason has done. I mean, what they've done this offseason. So
oh yeah,
it's like, yeah, man, he's just like, man, we can pick anybody. It's like when they're talking about like, yeah, they get so excited. It's like, man, we can pick
right.
anybody at this point. And when I'm looking at this mock draft, I'm looking at I see Mansoor Delane, like him going top 8. I don't know if I ever
Cornerback.
seen him that high. I don't know if I ever seen him that high in a
He's
mock.
he's the cornerback one.
No,
So
yeah,
I have never seen him go to 8. Usually I see him around like 12. With ironically enough, like with
yeah. I think that's the
the
highest I've seen him is 12. Yeah.
Cowboys. But now
hmm
that Jermod McCoy is going, or at least since he's had his pro day, it seems like
hmm
maybe push both of them up because they know that these are going to be the only two quality corners.
Yeah, yeah, definitely in the first round for sure.
Even though
And
Terrell's up there too, but he's a little smaller.
oh yeah, yeah. And I'm looking at it just because from the Colts' perspective, we need I would say linebacker and an edge rusher. I don't think any of the linebackers we want have been taken, but edge rusher, I'm looking at um I Hakeem Mesidor. I'm looking at Cassius Howe. I like both of those guys. I mean, those they dropped those, that'd be great. But I don't think they are. But I mean, seeing those guys like that, those are some of my couple of my favorite, edge rushers, that we could use.
Does
Definitely could use.
Mesidor go in here?
Yes, he go like they got him at 27 on this one for the
Oh, I see.
49ers. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying just because he's older and injured and like he has some shortcomings, but his tape is incredible. You know who he
Yeah.
reminds me of? Like the shortcomings, but tape is good. Liatu Latu. Like just the tape is good and he's good at doing his job. Like even
Yeah.
though he's like shorter armed and has injury concerns and is older,
hmm
like
Yeah. Definitely. And I like Cassius Howell too. They got him over to the Patriots at 31. I mean, those two. I like Malachi Lawrence, but he's just shot up. I mean, he shot up like wait from at the beginning of the draft process. He was like they were like saying he's a second round pick. Like, he's jumped all the way down up to
it's that
15, and
speed, dude. It's hard to to replicate.
For sure. I mean, so he's been a guy that I really liked and someone that I've been looking at for sure. But he's
That kind
definitely.
of reminds me too of 2013, the wide receivers. That was the Kelvin Benjamin,
Mm,
Odell Beckham draft, and Odell Beckham was he was somebody that like was viewed as like maybe a late first rounder, and then he just
hmm
started shooting up draft boards, and I was like,
Right.
what the heck? What's going on over here?
Right.
And
Right.
And then I kind of wanted him because everybody was saying he was good, even though like he was a second rounder like a month before. I
Right. Yeah.
was a kid at the time, so I was like, I'm still like I didn't know like what made a player good. I was just like, I remember you were saying he wasn't good, and now you're saying he
hmm
is, and then he ended up having an iconic, although short career.
Right. And the Colts. I mean, the Panthers need a receiver with Steve Smith leaving. So yeah.
Yep, and we got Kelvin Benjamin,
Yeah.
which looked like a stud, 1,000-yard rookie season
His rookie
until
season. Yeah.
his rookie season ended up being the best season of his career.
Unfortunate
I
for
know.
everybody involved. For
I
everybody.
know for everyone involved, seriously.
Yeah. Omar Cooper is moving out divorce too. I've seen that too.
I like him. I like him. What do you think about him?
I mean, I like him. I mean, he's someone. I mean, runs good routes, catches everything. I
I
mean,
like how sturdy he is. He kind of reminds me
yeah,
of DJ Moore.
yeah, for sure. I mean, he gets open. I mean, he just gets open.
Yeah.
So
He has good
I
yak.
like him. Yeah,
Yeah,
and he runs out to the catch guy.
I
Yeah.
kind of like him. Like if we don't get Casey Concepcion, I wouldn't want to get him in the first round,
hmm
Omar Cooper, but I wouldn't mind if we can get him in the second if we like traded up if he
Oh
fell a
yeah.
little bit. Like KC, I think I would get at 19 just because of his
Yeah.
explosiveness is something that is not easily replicated. But Omar
hmm
Cooper Jr., he he reminds me of a baby DJ Moore. Like I think he has that capacity where he's gonna run rounded routes. Like he's not gonna
hmm
be sharp, but he's gonna have great yak ability and he's going to be hard to take down and
Yeah.
have good speed and build up along the way. So like you can always use somebody like that.
Definitely, definitely. Um, let's jump into the what they have in the second round because I want to talk about some other guys I liked.
Oh,
Um. So I see they guys actually taking Anthony Hill Jr., who I am definitely a fan of.
oh
That
heck
was a
yeah,
great
dude.
pick, a great pick for us if he at that pick. I mean,
That would be
you think
so
about
lame if you guys took him like 5 picks before the Panthers.
Anthony Hill Jr. I like. I mean, all over the field type of guy. I mean,
Wait, do they have?
he
Oh, and CJ Allen falls to the second round too. Interesting. Do they have Jonathan Rodriguez over here?
yeah he actually goes one pick before us at 46, which is very interesting.
Oh, right there. Oh my gosh. Dang, we would have to trade up. I would hate that.
Yeah, but with Anthony Hill, man, he's explosive. I mean, he causes disruption in the run game. I mean, it's instinctive. You can tell his instincts to like come in, like he knows the play before it gets there. I mean, he's attacking, he's getting downhill. I mean, he's a guy that he's shedding blocks. He's getting. I mean, his speed is incredible, getting from sideline to sideline. I mean, he also can cover and too. So I mean, that bodes well. We need, like I said, I love a linebacker that can cover and defend the run
Don't
as
we all,
well
dude?
because we need that. I mean, that's what we've been needing for at least the last couple years for sure. I
And
think.
as the NFL kind of moves towards a more zone heavy like scheme, like the
Yeah,
Fred Warners of the world, like are going to be sought after.
for sure, for sure. And he's someone definitely in that realm. He's consistent. I mean, you can tell that he's a player that makes impact plays every time he's
He
on the
has
field.
long arms.
Yes. and
32
people,
inch arms.
yeah, people have compared him to Bobby Wagner. They compared him to Levante David. I mean, those are like good comparisons for him. So I like that. I mean, if we can get somebody in that, vein, you know what I'm talking about. So and
Oh yeah.
also he can be used as as a blitzer too. So I like him.
Yeah. The athleticism, the speed, the closing, the tackling ability.
Yeah.
He's definitely like a raw ball of clay that like if you can get him to work, he's gonna be a stud.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Like I said, I like that because we need a linebacker bad. I mean, I've talked about it so much on the
What
pod.
happened with Zaire Franklin? You guys traded him willingly?
Traded him for cap relief or whatever.
So you have
To the
nobody here like now at the
we have some young guys, some guys that you know haven't who weren't starters before. They really like young guys like Jalen Carlisle and they did sign a guy. I wasn't really familiar with him too much, but he didn't play that much. So and they had his other dude too. So basically, I think now we have like three or four guys in the room, but they're not like starter caliber. I would say yet because we haven't really seen much from them to be
right.
NFL starters yet. We'll see. Like I said, maybe I think they're just trusting the scheme because we've had players in the past that weren't like top, top draft picks
Right.
come in and produce like Zaire Franklin and
Oh no, seriously. That's how I felt with Luke Kuechly for like the entire like time I watched football in my childhood. Like it was just I didn't even have to worry about cornerbacks because Luke Kuechly would just cover it up. And then we had one good year of Josh Norman, but like quarterbacks or safeties, we didn't have to worry about because Luke Kuechly had it all covered.
oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, I'm thinking like I said, linebacker, or edge rusher, or wide receiver is probably where I can see them picking. Those are three positions I can see them picking at 47. Um,
Oh,
definitely.
Oscar Delp out of Georgia, the tight end. I just learned about this guy too. I see him
Oh
in the
yeah,
second round.
oh yeah. These are some interesting dudes they got here.
Yeah,
Ooh,
interesting.
Zachariah Branch, I like him from Georgia. Zachariah Branch. I mean,
Is
he's a
that the
guy. Yeah, the receiver from Georgia. He transferred from USC before. He's at USC with Caleb Williams before, and he was actually very like he was projected to go higher. He didn't like I guess live up to like the highest expectations for him, but people were like raving about him before.
Yeah, I
And
know he's an athlete. I know he's like a speed guy.
speak out, he ran like 4.3 at the combine.
Yeah,
Um, he's a guy you get the ball. He's a playmaker. You get the ball in his hands. He's someone that can go hit his head on the goalpost. I mean, he's elusive. He's slippery. I mean, he's someone that you can get the ball in his hands. He can make plays. I mean, he fights
man,
for
that
extra
I mean
yards
a
with the catch
great.
guy.
That sounds like a great player for the Panthers too. Depending on who we get on the first round. I mean, looking at we have Zion Young, Zachariah Branch after here. Oh my gosh, even Kalen Rutledge, another offensive lineman. Like I
Hmm.
feel like there's so many players that the Panthers could have if this was actually like real life.
Yeah, for sure. What do you, Traydon Dukes? Do you know anything about him? Is that how you say his name? Traydon Dukes?
Oh, dude, I saw that and I was like, "Who the heck is this guy?" I was like, "Who are they drafting the Panthers to get?" I don't know why we would take this guy. I'm assuming because Josh follows the Panthers. I'm assuming this is like a stud nickel corner. I'm
Right,
assuming
right.
because I know that he knows the Panthers like needs.
Yeah,
So I hope he is. I just don't know who, like I hadn't heard of him.
yeah. I didn't know who that was. I'm like, who is
Yeah.
that? um, the one thing I was keeping as far as the Colts go, I was thinking of this. I was like, we only have two picks in the top 100, so that's kind of concerning to me. So and the way we've moved this offseason, we haven't really, addressed everything that all our needs, especially defensively. So I'm like, we really had to knock these picks out the park. If we can trade
Right.
down and get more picks, that always helps. But we definitely need an edge rusher. We definitely need linebacker. Those are two main positions. And then honestly, a receiver to go with what we got. Alec Pierce, Josh Downs is still there. I mean, Tyler Warren. Made a receiver three to replace Michael Pittman would be nice. So, someone in that range. That's why I was thinking like last week I talked about Jeremy Bernard. I like him, and then this week I
Jeremy.
talked about
Yeah.
yeah
Punk.
Zachariah
Now
Branch.
that's a guy that like the Colts could definitely use. I feel like you don't have that muscle, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, a guy that you can just give the ball and they can just go make a play like a
Yep.
kind of like a kind of like an outlet guy. Like if the ball needs to come out
Like the
quick,
Adam Thielens of the world.
yeah. You can get the ball out quick. You can get some yards because we don't know how mobile Daniel Jones is going to be. Coming to the season. I mean,
Or Puka
is he going to be antsy in the pocket? He might see not be willing to stand in the pocket as long as he was before. So you might have to get it out quicker.
Right.
So definitely having someone like that in the offense can complement what we already have with Josh Downs and Alec Pierce, who are more like route runner technicians. So it's not like those are guys like they're not like burners, with the ball in their hands.
Right.
We need like Zachariah Branch. If we were to get him, he's a burner with the ball in his hands. He hit his head on the
Yeah.
goalpost. Jeremy Bernard, both of those guys, players like that. Because Alec Pierce, they both and like Josh Downs. I mean, they get open. That's what they do. They get open. So they're using their route running to get open, and then the release is so good. That's how they helps them too, because the release is so good off the line of scrimmage. So
Right.
they're able to have that advantage too. But they're not like necessarily like guys that can just run away from defenders. If somebody's like near them, like they're gonna be out running them.
And Jeremy, man, that dude is he's gonna run some dudes over too.
Oh yeah, for
he's,
sure.
he's bulky. They call him Unk, like that's his nickname, which is hilarious. Because dude is in his early 20s.
Also, I see another dude like Gabe Jackus. Gabe Jackus from Illinois. I heard he's pretty decent. Like
What position?
he's an edge rusher.
Okay. What number is he going in this draft?
He's going to 61 to the Rams in this.
Ooh, okay. I haven't heard much about him.
Yeah, he's a guy. I mean, he's like a power rusher, more like a power rusher. Like he's known like bull rush, power.
So is he going to be more of a 4-3 guy, or can he play like defensive?
He can play three. I mean, he can play 3-4 or 4-3. Like most people saying that he'd probably be like a 3-4. Linebacker or whatever, or you can put him on the edge. I mean, and they say he can even play 4-3. If he added more counter moves to what he has, he's more like he's like I said, bull rush power guy, been off the edge type of guy. Like, he doesn't really has like if he stopped his first move, he only had counter, but he's really good at power rush and bull rush, and like his strength is like his strength. Like, he's very strong. Like he's getting to it. So
grown man.
Yeah, so someone like that. But they said if he could add like some counter moves, that could definitely help him as well. But I think it's good though, because when you're good at like one thing, like going into the league, I feel like you can like you produce faster, like quicker, because like so I think that makes me think about Latu. Like he has like coming in, we always talked about how many moves he had. Like he was like his variety of pass rush moves. Like to me, it feels like when he's playing, he doesn't like know which move to go to, when he's out there on the field, and it kind of takes him too long. And he's like a second or two late, and the quarterback's already got the pass off, but he's like almost there, like, oh man, I was like this close to getting to him, but it's like they're like a second ahead of him because it's like a little bit slower than, because he's taking a little longer to decide what move he's going to do. He's like, I got this so much in my bag, I want to do all these different moves before I get to the quarterback.
It's like the route god.
Hit it,
route god. I don't know if you saw him on Twitter. Like the route god receiver is like doing all this extra, like
yeah.
But like the best, most efficient way would have just like
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Instead of just like just hitting it, hit one move and get to the quarterback instead of trying to hit all these one, combination, and try to get it. Because
Right.
I mean, that's what the best pass rushers have talked about that too. Like this, like becoming great at this one thing and just being able to do that, like real, like getting to the quarterback as quick as possible.
Right.
Just speed rush and whatever you do the best is getting to it at the. I mean, if they can't stop it, they can't stop it. So you gotta get to it instead of just have like a bunch of moves and you're not even getting to the quarterback because you're trying to make
That's what
all these
Miles
moves.
Garrett says.
Yeah,
If they
yeah,
can't stop it, they can't stop it. Miles Garrett does the
exactly.
same Euro step. And it works because he's so big and strong.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
LOL.
Is there anybody else that stood out to you on this list, or any players we haven't talked about that you wanted to
Um,
talk about?
I would like to get Zion Young. I would like to get Zachariah Branch. Eh, obviously Jacob Rodriguez. We've talked about him ample. Like that would be like honestly
Oh
one of my.
yeah,
That would be probably if we get Casey Concepcion and then Jacob Rodriguez. That would be like my ideal like first 2 rounds.
oh that'd be great. I mean, if
Uh, yeah,
we
we
can
were,
get Anthony Hill, that would
yeah,
be great. I mean,
that
I
would
would,
be
or Anthony Hill or Jacob Rodriguez, I'll be ecstatic when either of those picks.
on.
The-
If the Panthers get either one of those linebackers too, I would love that as well. Like Jacob Rodriguez, I would love, but like Anthony Hill, I wouldn't be mad at all.
right. And then if we could like get like, and then we could go edge or wide receiver with our next pick. I think we picked like 70 something, like 78, I believe, our next pick.
Yeah,
So
I see Armis,
definitely hit that.
Armis, Peter, not Peter Woods. I think Peter Woods just because the broken foot. Uh,
Yeah.
Caden McDonald, if we can get him in the second round, that would be nice.
Hmm.
They call him Caden McPounding
Yeah.
at NFL
Yeah.
Stock Exchange because they were saying that he was going to go to the Panthers.
Oh yeah, because he's going to bed. I heard that. I definitely I watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I also wouldn't mind Jeremy Bernard or Zachariah Branch either. Those would be my second options. I think if Anthony Hill or Jacob Rodriguez wasn't there, I would go
Yeah,
Zach.
after you traded Michael Pittman, it'd be cool to get
Yeah.
another receiver, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, but a
Especially
receiver
if like
fits.
yeah, especially if all the edge rushers are going. Zion Young would be bad too either, but especially if all the other edge rushers are going and there's like those linebackers are going too, you might as well go receiver. Or if you like Zion Young, you get him either the wide receivers or Zion Young.
No, Zion Young, that would be nice too, I
Yeah.
would think. Like, and honestly, Rutledge out of Georgia Tech. So I feel like if this is the way the board like lays out, I would be more curious to see who we get because that would tell us like would tell me what we valued like
Hmm.
more so and it would be so interesting to see like okay if all these players were actually there who would we pick this is why like it would be so fun to watch like the press conference afterwards.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just exciting to see. I mean, it looks like if the draft goes this way, this would be great. I mean, because we definitely need some good picks in this draft with the way our offseason is going so far. But I mean, I can't wait like till this draft happens because it's gonna be. I feel like we excited what to see what we're gonna do. Definitely need some positive vibes going on with the because the offseason has not been great so far. So if we can knock the draft, get some good picks in the draft, that would definitely change the vibes. 'Cause the vibes have not been
Especially
good.
that first pick, that first rounder, once they, get flown in and there's some content made about him and everybody has hopium.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, man, definitely should be interesting. Oh, I wanted to ask you though, what what would you say is your favorite draft pick that the Panthers have drafted? since you've been following it.
Okay, like ever?
Yeah, all time. What would you say that you were really high on and they really drafted him? Yeah, that you were
Oh,
high
okay. So I was high on. I was high on. I mean, I have to say Cam Newton. That was like
on.
literally. That was like the. I started getting really into like
Hmm.
football in the draft process and whatnot with that draft, and I was like, oh, Cam Newton won the championship. Oh, he's the good one. Oh, look, he's so cool and big and strong and fast. Like we're gonna get Cam Newton. He's gonna like transform our franchise. Like I didn't really understand like the mechanics of football. Well, I just knew that like I wanted Cam Newton, and so that night when we drafted him, like I was like, there's a video of me as a kid like running, like, yeah, we got
I was worried though because I mean obviously I root for the Panthers even though they're not my favorite team. I still root for the Panthers, but I was
right.
like because people were saying they might not draft Cam Newton. I was like, why would they do that? That's just dumb,
They're talking about Blake Gabbert and
Yeah,
Jake Locker.
yeah. I was just like that would be stupid. I was like they gotta draft Cam. They got to I was
Or
like
even Nick Fairley, his own Auburn teammate.
yeah. I was just like pacing. I was like, and then I heard the pick. I was like, oh, let's go. I was like, let's go. I'm
That
like,
was yeah, I remember that.
amazing.
I will never forget that moment. Like when we drafted him, and my mom was just coming home too, and she was coming in the garage, and I was like, "We got Cam Newton."
Oh man, that's definitely a special time.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I think that was probably like the biggest pick that I was like most excited about. But also I didn't really know like the in and outs of football. I
Yeah.
guess the best pick that I really knew the in and outs and I was excited. Uh I hate to give the corny pick. Okay, I'll give this one, but then I'll give another one. Bryce Young. Bryce Young. I was very excited about Bryce Young because I truly believed and still believe in him. And so,
Yeah.
like, I truly was thinking, like, oh, we have a young football savant. Like,
Hmm.
and he is able to overcome his size because he's just a savant and understands the way football works and he has good mobility and is able
Hmm.
to make every throw that we would want. Like, oh, dude, like we're about to have a Hall of Fame player. And I still believe that, but also, you know, that's a little too it's too recent. So I'll look back. Actually, while we're doing this, I'll say a story about Luke Kuechly. I
Hmm.
was not happy when we drafted him.
Oh yeah.
I wanted Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle out of Mississippi State, or Stephon Gilmore, cornerback out of USC. Uh,
Hmm.
like I wanted those two, and then when we drafted a linebacker, I was like, "That's a low value position." Even in my young age, I knew that, so I was glad that to be wrong. But outside of that, outside of Bryce Young, outside of me not wanting Luke Kuechly, the player that I was most happy about has to be between Brian Burns and DJ Moore.
Hmm.
Two mid like tier talent guys that I saw value in that
Hmm.
kind of fell because of their relative shortcomings that we were able to get in the middle of the first round.
Yeah.
That are still studs in the NFL today, and I still wish we're on the Panthers.
Hmm. Yeah. Nice, nice. All those were great picks for sure, man. I
Yeah.
think for me, I don't think I don't know if the Colts. I'm trying to think how many of the draft picks. Honestly, the Andrew Luck one was exciting. The Andrew Luck one was exciting just
Oh
because
yeah,
I mean, people were talking about him like he was the next great thing,
the
and
next savior.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And we drafted, and I was like, oh man, this is great because we had big going to that day. We did Peyton Manning, we did the whole debacle with him, and he went to the Broncos, and we needed a quarterback, and we had like a 1-15 season or something crazy like that. And then I was like, Andrew Luck. I was like, oh yeah. I was definitely excited about that. I was just like, okay, cool. Now we're getting back on track, and obviously he retired, so that hurt the whole thing, and now organizations is in shambles as far as
No, that
coaching.
would be horrible. I couldn't even imagine. I
But
couldn't even
yeah,
imagine, dude. I mean, the closest thing I have to that is Luke Kuechly retiring.
yeah. I mean, that hurt. That hurt. It turned our franchise upside down for sure. And now we're still recovering from it. We still are to this day. It's been I'm trying to
That
think how
was
many
like
years.
almost 10 years ago, dog. 8 years ago.
8 years. 8 years ago. I think he retired in 2019, so 7 years ago, something like that.
7. That's
Yeah,
wild, dude. And you're still recovering.
still recovering. Still recovering. Crazy to think about. But yeah, man, that's one of my favorite picks. I think the Jonathan Taylor pick, man, when we picked him, I was just like, remember, I didn't know we was gonna
I
pick him
always
though.
get like it. I feel like second round running backs are always the best ones.
Yeah, I didn't know we was gonna pick him, but I remember watching his highlights and I was like, man, this dude is good. I didn't really expect us to pick him. But when we picked, I was like, oh man, it's a good pick, man. Because I remember people were like, I think he had like the most rushing yards or something like, you know, that year, the last couple of years or whatever in college, and I was like, yeah, man, that's a good pick. And I was like, man, we already got Andrew Luck too. Wait, I'm trying to think. That was that. Maybe that was after Andrew Luck. My bad. That's a little later. But I'm thinking, I think that might have been the year that he retired too. Maybe that was the year we got him. The year that he retired. And I didn't know he retired. He retired after the draft.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm thinking that's what I probably was thinking about. But I was like, yeah, man, we got to have a good offense. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been in the running back for years too. We've been having like I don't know who we had out there. We just had like was it a die and these all these other dudes that were just like okay running backs. I think we had like Marlon Mack and stuff. Like them dudes were, like okay, but never like what we needed. Funny
Yeah.
enough, I think about Marlon Mack is funny because he had that 1,000 yard season too.
Yeah.
I remember him. I think another one I was excited about was Josh Downs because he went to UNC.
Yeah.
Just seeing like watching all
Yo,
the
he had an
videos.
iconic draft day video.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like, I'm about to run through the wall for you.
yeah, yeah. I remember that for sure. Those are some of the good picks. I mean, we don't have, like I said, since Andrew Luck, I don't even know if we had a lot of great picks. I mean, as far as like we had some good picks. Like Darius Leonard pick was good. I didn't really know much about him before Darius Leonard came. Um, I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, but I don't. Like I said, we didn't really have too many other picks that I was too much excited about. Latu was the last one I was excited about, and he still hasn't delivered yet. So hopefully he can
Yeah.
deliver.
Not
You
yet.
know,
I was
deliver.
excited for you for a lot, dude. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
dang, you guys got a stud just because of the
yeah,
injuries. Like, and surprisingly, kind of like Mike Green, I'm surprised he hasn't played as well.
yeah,
Because Mike
yeah.
Green is another guy that I was thinking, like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
that dude's a stud, but he fell for other reasons, like off the field reasons.
Hmm.
But like the
Right.
Ravens, I was thinking he still got like they got a stud, and he surprisingly hasn't played as well as I thought.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. Draft is just such a special time. It's definitely when you pick some of your favorite picks, the moment is exciting. It's always, like I said, the first, especially like the first 3 rounds, man. Those is like the ones you really lock in on Thursday, Friday. You be
Hey,
all the way
but
locked in.
but Tom Brady was a 6 round pick.
Yeah, yeah,
Jalen Coker was undrafted. Brock Purdy was a seventh rounder.
for sure. But you don't really be watching it that closely. At least I don't. I'll be honest with you. I always tune in when it's when my team's about to be picked, but I don't be watching throughout the whole
Yeah.
thing. I might watch like a little. Like I'm flipping back and forth. Like I'm not watching like for that long because it's a long time that the draft being. I'm
Oh
like
yeah,
flipping back
no.
and forth.
After a
So
certain, like, you're. I'm only ever watching like the first couple of rounds, like straight. You know.
yo, like the first 3 rounds, Thursday and Friday, I watch it all the way through. Saturday, I'm like, all right, when do we pick?
Oh
All right,
yeah.
I'll change it over there. Like I'll change the channel to it when we about to pick just to see like
Well,
what.
they'll do the Jokic. thing where it'll be like his thing will be during a Taco Bell commercial. Like, they'll just be like, dun 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 dun. We got from Toledo,
Yeah, yeah,
Mr.
yeah, yeah.
Irrelevant.
Especially like the fifth round, sixth, seventh round. Like I don't even care about those too much. And then I get the notification. I'm like, oh, who's that? And I'll go like, there's somebody I know. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. If I don't know, I'll go look at their highlights real quick, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Usually, if
maybe
it's that late
maybe.
around, their highlights are probably like, meh.
He's like, yeah, okay. You look at you go and look at like Dan Boogler. He does like all the like players, so like his
Oh
is so like in depth. So you be like, okay, let me go look at
yeah,
his.
yeah, the Beast.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
go look at his profile on him, like, okay, he says he's good. So I take, okay, if he says he's good, he gotta be good. So I'm looking at him like, okay,
Yeah.
let's, he's locked in with that type of stuff. So I'm like, okay.
Oh
And then
yeah.
I go,
See that I like. It's just fun for me to learn about the players like beforehand, just so I can like feel like the reality TV show. This is like my version of a reality TV show.
especially, yeah,
Seeing what's gonna happen, but
yeah,
also ain't no way people are gonna know. Even the people that are informed are gonna know like the fifth round pick in the middle of the right? There's just no
yeah,
way.
yeah.
You might know some of the players, but
Some
not
of them.
all. Of them. Like
If you have like a team that you rooted for, and you see like somebody that was your team, like that got drafted, you be like, oh, okay, he got drafted, cool, cool. Hopefully go out there and produce for him. You'd be like, yeah, for sure. But if you didn't notice, most of the guys you don't know, and it's like, oh, okay. Like last year, we had the whole storyline with Shador, like him dropping. So that was the interesting
that
storyline.
was actually crazy. That was
So
actually
you,
crazy.
so
Last
you
year
was
was,
kind of watching it more closely because he's like, when is
and
Shador
we
gonna be
got
drafted?
and we got Jimmy Horn last year in the sixth. So there was a cool like late round
Oh yeah, from Colorado. Yeah, 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 yeah. So we definitely knew about him too.
Panthers.
So yeah, definitely. Yeah, man, we getting closer and closer. Any last things you want to go over before we get out of here, John?
I mean, hey, I'm excited to watch the Pacers game. Hornets Pacers on
Oh
Friday.
yeah, Friday,
Yeah.
yes sir. We'll give you guys a full in-depth analysis of our experience next week.
After the Hornets win.
Exactly after the Hornets win, it was let you know what the vibes were like, out there, and how they look in person. So we're excited about that as well. Um, like I said, we're gonna continue to talk about prospects that we like as far as the draft, and we got like I said, we got something in the works for sure. What we're gonna be doing. Um, as we get closer. Final four next week. That should be interesting. Duke's not it, so I'm happy about that. Gotta be happy about that.
I was gonna ask you. Does it seem more like, because I know you're a big, obviously UNC fan, like
Yep,
does it
yes, sir.
seem when you see Duke go forward, is it more like, I think you kind of already told, but is it more like, boo, I hope you lose, or it's like, oh, the rival brother that I know that I'm kind of silently rooting for because I know them so well, you know?
Absolutely not.
That,
Abs-
I'm
absolutely not.
so I love it.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
you guys no, not even in the
I never
slightest.
rooted for Duke in my life ever. Like, like I
That's
don't ever root for them dudes ever, and I will always root for them to lose. I don't care what it is in or what it's at.
that's hilarious.
So yeah, I was excited. I mean, that shot, like I said, the last second shot, what's his name, Brandon Mullins from UConn
Oh,
made that
you
shot.
can, yeah.
I was overjoyed. I mean, I couldn't control myself. I was just like screaming up loud, like
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
like it's my team. Like my team won. No, like they Duke lost. So I was just excited. Like yeah, like
oh,
yeah.
oh, oh, that
So
is
he's like, yeah.
hilarious.
But yeah, it's good not to see him in the Final Four. I mean, I was definitely rooting against him hard. So I mean, I thought they should have lost to St. John's, and they didn't. So that kind of I was upset about that. But they lost, and they're out of there. So that's good for me. Now I can sleep peacefully knowing that they're in ink
Oh, oh,
because
that's
they because
hilarious.
they have another year of losing early when their team was projected to win a championship again. So
Dang, they couldn't do it.
they couldn't pull off. Second straight year, they blew it. They blew a large lead. Last year they lost to Houston when they were up 19 in the second half as well. Up 9 with like a minute left and still lost.
They just
And
aren't
this
ready
year
for prime
up
time,
19.
huh?
Up 19. This year up 19 again. Lost. Lost. I mean, couldn't handle it. I mean, pressure too much for them. I mean, but they got the best
Lights,
recruiting class. They got
right.
the top recruiting class every single year. They got a top recruiting class. Whoopie doo. But
I didn't know there were two Boozer brothers.
yeah, they're twins.
Caden, the point guard, and then Cameron, obviously powerful.
Yep, they're twins.
LOL.
Unfortunately,
They're
Caden.
fertile because homeboy's 6'4" and the other dude.
Yeah. I know he hates that. That his brother is 6'9" and he's
I
6'2".
know exactly. He's a big strong man, and it's like, oh, I'm the other one.
Yeah, but that was fun for me. That was really fun for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, definitely good.
Iconic shot.
Iconic shot for sure. Gonna be played, for years to come. Definitely for sure. Yeah, man. As we get out of here, as we always say, go Panthers, go Colts, keep pounding for the shoe. Go Hornets.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good week.